A man accidentally dropped a wristwatch worth hundreds of thousands of dollars into the deep sea. When he dove to the bottom to search for it, he inadvertently discovered a mysterious stone. With his years of treasure hunting experience, he identified it as a ship's ballast stone. Usually, near such a stone, there would be an ancient ship filled with treasure. Paul happily shared this news with his girlfriend, Sika. Soon, the group returned to that sea area with tools. Deep-sea sharks had never seen such a novel item as a mop, and they snatched it away in one bite. However, this did not deter them from continuing their search. Soon, they uncovered a large number of antique bottles on the seabed, but unfortunately, they were all just worthless copper and iron. The underwater shipwreck was still nowhere to be found. Determined, Paul dove back to the seabed. Soon, he noticed something buried in the sand. After continuous digging, they unearthed a golden ancient sword embedded with jewels. The appearance of such an item meant that the underwater treasure was extraordinary. They bought some simple detection equipment at the market and returned to that sea area for a thorough search. First, they used a rope to mark the approximate area, then used a metal detector to search inch by inch. Soon, the instrument showed a response. Paul quickly asked his companion to blow away the surface sand. As a thick iron chain appeared, an Italian cannon was unearthed. The two men were ecstatic and immediately secured the cannon with ropes on both ends. As the floating bags filled with oxygen, the cannon was slowly lifted off the seabed. Just as they were about to bring the cannon to the surface, a siren was heard from the sea surface. It turned out to be the routine inspection by the maritime patrol ship. The people underwater immediately realized something was wrong. If they went up now, all their discoveries would disappear because all treasures found underwater must be proven to have originated there, otherwise they would be considered illicit salvaging. And now, they knew nothing about the shipwreck. As the group approached the surface, Paul immediately decided to release some oxygen to slow down the ascent. However, his companion, Jack, made a mistake during the pressure release operation. He released all the oxygen in one of the floating bags. The heavy cannon suddenly began to sink rapidly, and Jack's arm was entangled in the rope, pulled down with the cannon. His arm was tightly pressed underneath, and there was hardly any oxygen left in the oxygen tank. The group had no choice but to take turns breathing the last bit of oxygen. Paul exerted all his strength to move the cannon, but it was not easy to budge a ton of iron.